glad to see you.
It's all right. Everything went a little faster than I expected at the hospital.
Mrs. Russell, I'd like you to meet Dr. Rossi.
Doctor?
We've met, Eli.
Well, Dr. Rossi, no wonder you're so busy. You're also in the real estate business. Tell me, how are all your emergencies?
Well, I'm meeting them head on, Mrs. Russell. Head on.
I didn't realize that you were the landlord here.
I'm not, Mrs. Russell. I was just coming by to help a friend with a decision.
I see. You're here to judge whether I'm a suitable tenant?
Look, Miss Russell, can we start all over again?
All right.
I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong impression at the hospital.
No, it's probably my fault. Every once in a while, I try to be the new emancipated woman, determined and aggressive. I don't think I can handle it.
I don't quite see how this is ever going to work out. Dr. Rossi, I'm afraid I put you on the spot.
No, don't you let him off the hook so easily. Mr. Carson, it's my feeling you don't want to rent this house to me. Now, Dr. Rossi's vote would make it unanimous.
Well, now, what makes you think I would vote against you?
You don't think that I'm the undesirable tenant of the year?
Not yet.
Oh, well, then let me complete the picture. First of all, I just want a short-term lease just through the summer. Second, the nursery is hot, and the washing machine is always breaking down, and the stove is my enemy before I've even put a pot on it. See, what else is there, Mr. Carson? It's probably haunted, right? Well, I know I'm probably making a terrible mistake, but I want the house. However, I cannot afford to spend the kind of money that you're asking.
Well, now, I don't know.
Well, I hope your husband doesn't find anything more wrong with it. We'll have to give the place away, huh?
Well, my husband won't be living here. Look, why don't you two talk about it and decide and let me know? I will be leaving now, and I will close the door gently.
Not yet. First, you're going to be carried over the threshold. So all you'll see, don't look, all you'll see is the ceiling. Lock the doors around here. Don't look, please. Here we go.
It's beautiful.
You're not supposed to be looking.
I cheated. Oh, it is a lovely ceiling.
Do you know how many ceilings I had to look at before I found the one that was you?
Rod, don't you think we should see what's under this lovely ceiling?
Do we have to?
No, not now.
Good. Oh, I knew I forgot something. That do not disturb sign at the hotel.
I'll get one tomorrow.
Oh, lovely.
Rod.
Hmm?
I don't know if it matters, but,
It does, and I love you, too.
No, that's not what I meant.
It isn't?
There's something else you forgot.
What?
The key, it's still in the lock.
Oh. Now tell me, Mrs. Harrington, does the rest measure up to the ceiling?
It's beautiful.
Now over here you have the living room. And this is the dining room. Solid mahogany for cozy dining.
You know something? We're going to be very selective. Every piece is going to be
exactly what we can afford. Oh. And you know something? Over your right shoulder there. Excuse me, your left shoulder. The kitchen. And up those stairs. The bedroom. Well, I don't know who you two people are, but you're in the wrong house.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, well, we'll have to send them a thank you note. But right now, hey, I want to thank you, Mrs. Harrington, for marrying me. Just 1 second. Got my peeping toms. Mike?
Yeah. Boy, what a day, huh? Guess it was scorching down on the dock. Huh?
Yeah, I had my head under the tap for about 5 minutes. What are you going to do for dinner?
Oh, nothing. It's too hot to eat now.
You don't have to run home for me. I mean, if you want to get a bite of meat with one of the guys at the hospital or, one of the nurses.
No, I want to talk to you, Joe.
Uh-oh. What have I done now?
Look, I know I've been giving you a bad time about Jill, and I hate to keep blasting away.
But?
But you're not a kid any longer. You're a grown man now.
Okay, Mike. I mean, let's have it. Just say it.
Well, it's about this girl you took out the other night, this Russell. Carolyn.
How'd you know about her?
Well, her mother came over to the hospital today.
What?
Yeah, she wanted to know if you wouldn't ask her daughter out anymore.
You're putting me on.
No, I'm not putting you on. You see, she's justifiably concerned about her daughter going out with older, more experienced boys and men.
Me in particular?
You in particular.
That's too much.
Well, she is kind of young, you know.
Well, maybe somebody ought to tell her that.
Maybe you should be the one.
You know, we never did have a man-to-man talk about the chicks. I mean, maybe you should fill me in on some of the fine points that you picked up in med school. Well, I mean, I'm just putting you on, big brother. See, I've done my own research.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about it. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to fail the same course twice.
No chance. I mean, I've learned my lesson. Listen, if her old lady puts the heat on you anymore, you tell her that I never asked her little girl out. That she sort of asked me.
Did she?
Now, you know I don't have to chase after chicks like that.
Well, you took her out, didn't you?
Well, after the way she came on.
Came on?
Relax, nothing came off.
You sure?
I don't have to lie to you about the chick. I mean, she turned me on for 1 or 2 minutes, but,
Is that all?
Isn't that enough? I mean, she nearly broke off the door handle getting out of the car. I don't need that scene.
Well, then I take it you won't go parking with her anymore, is that right?
Oh, what's the percentage? I mean, if her momsy comes crying around anymore, you just tell her to relax, not to worry. I don't like babysitting anyway.
All right. I don't think she'll bother, though.
Oh, I thought she was steamed.
Well, she was a little. And so was I.
At me?
No.
Her.
Right.
What would you say to her anyway?
Well, I told her I wasn't your father and I was your brother. I didn't have the right to order you around, and I couldn't tell you who to see, who not to see. Those are practically my exact words.
Got to you, huh?
Yeah.
How come?
I suppose because I'm your brother. You know, you had the right idea about putting your head under the shower for about 5 minutes. Give me a little time and we'll talk about dinner. And about girls, huh?
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Every business venture is a gamble. Now, we could go into this thing with the best intentions and still fall flat on our face. I can't do it.
Why don't you pretend that I'm one of your ailing parishioners and try to lift my spirits?
You don't have a headache, and you know you don't.
You do want it right between the eyes, don't you?
Is there any other way?
It's just that you're a kid, that's all. Number of years for you, number of years for me.